What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. First and foremost, happy Saturday, and today we're going to be doing a rebuild that's been kind of rumored a little bit, but obviously probably isn't going to happen, but it's still fun to think about regardless. The Lakers are off to a 2-10 start. There's been some ramblings about the Lakers potentially trading Anthony Davis away, and the favorite spot for him would obviously be his hometown team, the Chicago Bulls. So today we're going to be doing an Anthony Davis Chicago Bulls rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, we're on the road to 30,000 subs as of right now, and we're trying to reach that goal before the end of this year. So if you want to go ahead, help me out with that by subscribing or leaving a like. Thank you so much for that. But regardless, the Chicago Bulls, like I said, they've been the favorite to potentially land like an Anthony Davis just because obviously Anthony Davis being from Illinois or Chicago, whatever, and then the Lakers off to a 2-10 start. Bill Simmons was saying something about how the Lakers would potentially trade Anthony Davis away, and you have to wonder if that question will ever come up again, maybe at the trade deadline, if the Lakers continue their struggle the way they are. They're 2-10, just lost to the Sacramento Kings. So to recuperate some draft picks and chalk the year, basically, you trade AD, you trade LeBron in the offseason, you trade Russell Westbrook, and you just reset, man. And I'm not sure the Lakers will do that. I'm not saying they're going to, but seems like the path they should potentially take if it's going to continue this way. Now, Start Today officially works in 2K, which is really cool. Love that. Unfortunately, they do have some contracts still wrong. Like RJ Barrett doesn't even have his extension in the game yet, so I wish they'd fix that. But regardless, Anthony Davis is here in Chicago. So basically, the rumored trade has been Nikola Vucevic, Patrick Williams, Kobe White, that Blazers lottery protected pick, and then a 2027 first round pick in the future. And obviously, I'd throw Damian Jones and Wendy and Gabriel as fillers for this trade to go through. So basically, the Lakers walk away with two young players that can maybe turn into something with Williams and Kobe White. And then obviously you have getting two first-round picks, which the Lakers kind of lack a little bit because obviously from the Anthony Davis trade. So it's just recuperating some capital, some assets. And you can maybe flip Vucevic at the trade deadline. Like I said, probably not going to happen in real life, but it's still fun to think about, which is why we're doing this rebuild today. So if you look at the lineup as of right now, you have Ayo Dosunmu as the starting point guard, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Javonte Green. Obviously, AD loves playing power forward a little bit more. So what we could do is have like AD at power forward and Drummond at center. But maybe we find a center in the offseason. That way we can move AD to power forward. We'll see. Because I don't really want to start Drummond. But you have Alex Caruso, Goran Dragic, and Tony Bradley off the bench. And eventually, waiting in the shadows is Lonzo Ball when he is healthy. So somewhere in the midseason point, I'll put him in the rotation. So other than that, we're going to go ahead and celebrate this season the rest of the year with Anthony Davis on the roster. It's a fully healthy Anthony Davis with DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. So I'm very, very excited to see how this is going to go for us. You see this, man? This could be you right here. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. You're picking overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching each and every day. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and you basically get to choose 2 to 5 players, and you choose over or under on their props that they give you. You pretty much have every sport you can imagine on here. But let's say I wanted to go ahead and put a bet on Mitchell and Joel Embiid. I want to go more and more on them. If I get it right, I 3 times my money. Let's say I want to go up to 5 players, which is the most you can go up to. You can go more or more on all of them, and that's going to 10 times your money. I started with $100, and so far I'm up to $500. I've been having a ton of fun over here on Prize Picks. If you want to go ahead and sign up, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables or matching deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. If you deposit $100, you get $200 to work with. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. Back to the rebuild. The Luka Doncic is going to win MVP. You got Paulo Banchero winning Rookie of the Year. Cole Anthony is your 6-man Giannis Defensive Player. Alperen Sengun, Most Improved. And Willie Green is your Coach of the Year. So we do get a little bit of different rewards, I would say. Luka still being the same, obviously. But like Sengun, not sure I've seen him win Most Improved Player very often. So, but it is cool that Start Today is working in 2K for once. Like I said, they just need to fix a couple contracts. Like they have Tyler Hero's extension and they have Jordan Poole's extension, but they don't have RJ Barrett's, which is really weird. But regardless, all defense first team and all defensive second team. We obviously didn't have any representatives, or at least I didn't think so, and I skipped over it too quick. Maybe we did. So here's your lineup. Of course, Lonzo Ball eventually came back. I don't know when he's supposed to be back in real life, but we actually conquered the first seed. So we had 28 from DeMar DeRozan, 27 from LaVine, and 22.5 from Anthony Davis. I honestly think if that trade was available for the Bulls, I don't think they would hesitate. I think they make that trade 9 times out of 10. You're getting rid of Vucevic, who's on an expiring contract. Kobe White is someone that's not really fit here regardless, and he'll eventually probably be moved anyway. And then obviously you're also going to have the potential. And then Patrick Williams is somebody you would hate to lose, but you get Anthony Davis out of it. Now, the risk here is obviously AD and his health. Like, is he going to be healthy? That's the problem. He had a back injury earlier this season. And of course, he just had lingering injuries for a while now. Looks like he only played 80 games this year. Or I guess 2K maybe had them out for those games, which is kind of cool. But regardless, we'll figure it out. We'll find a way to make it work. Obviously, it's 2K with injuries off, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But Toronto Raptors, we got Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Siakam, Otto Porter, Precious Achiuwa, Chris Boucher, and Malachi Flynn. So let's see how we do in round one. Hopefully, we don't lose to a Toronto Raptors roster, the 8th seed. That would suck. Losing to an 8th seed this early on would not be fun. Somebody current round, and we are going to beat them in 5. So with AD, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine is our big 3 right now. We've made it to the 2nd round, which is really nice. And now we have to deal with Garland, Mitchell, LeVert, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, and then you got Bridges off the bench. You got Kevin Love and Ricky Rubio. So that's a pretty nasty bench. Somebody current round, and we beat them in 5 regardless. So it does not matter. Portland and Dallas in the other round. And you got Chicago and Miami here. So kind of like old times when you had Derrick Rose and LeBron James on both these teams back then. But now we have to deal with Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, and Bam. Obviously, you got Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry. On the other side, the Portland Trailblazers have been impressing me in real life, and we don't even have Gary Payton playing for us yet. So let's see how we do against Miami. Game 1, up 1-0. Game 2, up 2-0. So far with AD, this is working out for us 2-2. Uh-oh. Did I speak too soon? We beat them in 6? We do. We're in the NBA Finals with AD as your Finals MVP. So who would have thought you have a healthy AD with a DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, and Zach LaVine? It's looking pretty good. So game 1, up 1-0 on the Dallas Mavericks. They even it up. Obviously, we're dealing with Luka Doncic, the MVP Luka. They're up 3-1 on us, and we come back here. We do lose in 6 to the Dallas Mavericks in the finals. Luka Doncic is just that guy. So it looks like in start today, Luka Doncic is going to be that final boss you have to worry about. But regardless, we have the ability to make this team even better. Now, our draft capital is kind of non-existent, so that's something we definitely have to take into account. Our draft capital is just not there. This is going to be going to the Magic this year. Our pick will be, I believe anyway, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure we don't have our pick, as it is going to be going to the Magic, which is a 28th overall pick, which would suck for the Magic because obviously the Bulls, you know, they would want that to be a little bit lower for the Magic to have maybe a higher draft pick, but we're happy that it was only the 20th pick for us. Shot Doctor, if we can find one, let's fill this out. I'll find one real quick. I saw a guard guru, so I'll grab one. And I think we're going to be trading for a center that we can play AD at power forward because, like I said, AD hates playing center apparently, even though I feel like, you know, it makes rosters better with him playing at center. But we got to figure it out with making him happy. So we don't have any draft picks. We're just going to go straight past the draft and straight to player options. That way we can figure out what we got going on here. So Drummond declines. We got Marco, who I'll accept, I guess. Derek Jones declines, and then Damian Jones accepts. So we lose Drummond and Derek Jones. I'm going to assume that we might have had Goran Dragic retire on us potentially because I didn't even look at player retirements. LeBron James retired. Wow. So I didn't even look at that. So he was like, hey, AD is gone. I'm gone too, I guess. But yeah, I think Goran Dragic might have retired. I don't see him anymore. Or he's in free agency. Who knows? So bird rights, we have bird rights on Javonte Green, which I definitely wouldn't mind having him back. But of course, like I said, the biggest thing is getting a center this offseason so AD can play power forward. Now, the only issue with that is AD is not that great of a floor spacer anymore. So we definitely kind of need to grab a center who can at least space the floor a little bit. Like Kelly Olynyk, Nerlens Noel, we got Mo Wagner, I guess, at center. But I don't know. Maybe AD just has to bite the dust, keep playing center because there's not a ton of good options here that I'm just comfortable going like, okay, we'll go ahead and just play this guy with AD. Like Blake Griffin's not going to get the job done for me. So right now you have Lonzo, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. Caruso's listed at backup small forward, which is interesting. No power forward, and then you got Damian Jones. So right now our bench is kind of lackluster, so we should just be kind of grabbing anybody at this point. So kind of like the idea of maybe Nerlens Noel or Omer, and then at power forward you got Lyles. I mean, we're going to get Javonte Green back. I think we're going to have to. So kind of like Brissett, the idea of Brissett as well. Maybe he could play next to AD at power forward, I guess. So I'm going to give Brissett a contract, and I'm also going to go ahead and give Javonte Green a contract. So those might be my 2 big signings here, which aren't ideal. And then Dosunmu we want back as well, of course. I forgot about him. And the Dragic actually is in free agency. So let's see. Dosunmu, we might have to just wait for his qualifying offer because it's not giving the option to just give him an offer right now, which kind of sucks. You have Eric Gordon, David Nwaba. So yeah, after that, it's very thin. So the one tradable contract that we do have, we have Dalen Terry at small forward. Isn't he a guard, or is Terry really small? I thought he was a guard, but whatever. Damian Jones is your center right now. You got O'Shea Brissett as your new power forward. Caruso, if you leave him at small forward, I'm assuming he stays. Yeah, he goes. Well, point guard, he's a 78 overall. So we have Dosunmu and Caruso. I feel like Caruso would be the guy that you could potentially flip in a trade. Although I do like Caruso, his $9 million could be valuable to bring somebody else in a position of need because we're going to wait for Dosunmu to come back and he'll play that backup point guard role for us. So let me see if I can get something for Caruso. maybe like Marco Simonovic. I don't know. We'll see what's out there. I'm going to be trading Alex Caruso, Marco, and a second-round pick over to the Celtics for Grant Williams and Luke Cornett. I love the addition of Grant Williams on this roster, so I'm going to bring him in, and Caruso is probably going to go down overall, and Grant Williams would be better to have. Obviously, that gives us kind of a logjam at this power forward spot. We can move like Javonte Green or even Grant Williams. I'll move Javonte Green to the backup small forward. He'll be at 6'5", backup small forward for us, and then who knows how Dalen Terry will progress. So you have Grant Williams as your new starting power forward next to AD. Still don't really have a backup center, and then obviously we wait for Dosunmu. So centers, not really there at all. I mean, we can get like Derek Favors or Robin Lopez, and I guess they'd be fine. Dwayne Dedmon, I guess, could be all right. So maybe you could play AD and Dwayne Dedmon out there at times together. Who knows? So I'm waiting for Dosunmu, and then we should be good. So Christian Wood would have been a nice signing as well to have him play center next to AD, because AD could be that kind of the defensive player there, and then, you know, obviously Wood could be that floor spacer. But Kostas, Dosunmu are back, which is important. Play progression got DeMar DeRozan going down 3 overall, which is not ideal, obviously. But, you know, he was really good in the simulation last year, so hopefully he can just keep that up. Dosunmu is up, Grant Williams 78, and then Dalen Terry's up to a 73. So not too bad. We're going to go ahead and survey this next season with the way the roster is looking. I love the addition of Grant Williams. We keep Dosunmu. Obviously, we do end up trading away Alex Caruso, which kind of sucks because I do love Caruso, but I feel like Dosunmu will be a fine backup point guard, so there's no need. So now I'm going to load my draft class, and then we'll get in the rotation. I feel like the rotation is damn good this year, as you have Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine in the backcourt, which is really nice, especially if Lonzo could be healthy. DeMar DeRozan is still your small forward. He went down 3 overall, but he'll still be pretty good, I assume. Grant Williams is your floor spacer, the power forward. I love, again, AD playing center. I know he doesn't love playing center, but I think it's just, you know, best for us to do right now. Dosunmu is your backup point guard, which I love. Oshae Brissett as the backup power forward. Javonte Green is the backup small forward. And then Dwayne Dedmon will be your backup center. And then maybe Dalen Terry could eventually crack the rotation. Honestly, I wonder if Dalen Terry, if you move him to guard, would he go up in overall? Because right now he's like a small forward. Nope, not at all. So we're leaving my small forward. I honestly thought Dalen Terry was a guard coming into the league, but maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Proficiency, it's 4-star balanced, and it could be like 4-star. Nope, I guess 4-star balance is our best bet. So we'll leave it at a balanced system. We made it to the finals last year. Hopefully with a full year of Lonzo, LaVine, AD, and then now Grant Williams, DeMar DeRozan, this team can be really damn good, and we make it to the finals again. But this time, go win a championship. Luka wins MVP. Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year. James Harden's your 6th man. AD wins Defensive Player of the Year, which is really cool to see. 22 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, almost 3 blocks per game. And hey, he shot 37% from 3. So obviously he's not doing that in real life anymore. But hey, 2K gives him the benefit of the doubt. Chet Holmgren is your most improved player, averaging 14 and 12 and 3 blocks, with Chet's absolute stud. Man, imagine we can have AD and Chet next to each other. Obviously not going to happen here. But JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year. Brandon Harrison is your executive. So all of your first team got Luka, John Morant, Giannis, Tatum, Jokic. On your second team got AD making it for us. Maybe he made it last year and I just skipped over it like really quickly. Probably did. Let's go look. Third team All-NBA. Yeah, he did make All-NBA third team. And he made defensive player this year, not last year. But Lonzo makes it, which is really cool to see. And AD makes all defensive first team, which is awesome. So now we are the 4th seed in the East. So not first seed like last year, but 4th seed we'll take. It's not too bad. LaVine averaged 29 points per game. DeMar DeRozan with 23. 23 from AD. 14 from Lonzo. 10 from Oshae Brissett off the bench, which isn't too bad. 9 from Dosunmu. 9 and 5 off the bench. We'll take 7 from Grant Williams. He probably shot nicely from 3 as well. Yeah, 44% from 3 on Grant Williams, which you love. Dwayne Dedmon with 4. And Green with 3.5. So obviously the end of our bench isn't the greatest in the world, but as long as we have these 4 guys contributing on night in and night out, should be fine. But now we get the battle of Caruso and Grant Williams, who are both traded from their respective teams. Caruso's looking like he's looking interesting in a Boston uniform, I'll say that. But you got obviously Smart, Brogdon starting together, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Robert Williams, just a really damn good Celtics roster. Derek White still there, Pritchard, Caruso. So a lot of guards off the bench, but they make it work. Gary Harris as well. So like no bigs off their bench whatsoever. Like every single player off the bench is a guard. So that's interesting. But obviously for us, we have at least Dwayne Dedmon who can lock it down. All right, here we go. Game 1, we're up 1-0, 134 to 109. AD should have a field day. Like Robert Williams is going to have to be in there to help out a little bit. But even then, like when Robert Williams isn't out there and AD is out there, which I don't know if the Celtics would allow that, obviously, but he should be feasting because there's just no one else to guard him. So now 2-0, 38 and 12, 8 from Jason Tatum, which Jason Tatum could maybe switch on to AD a couple times, but we're up 3-0 and we beat them in 5, hopefully. Yes, we do. Now we're playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, which, as we know, Cleveland is one of the toughest rosters in 2K. They just are, man. It's just how it is. We did beat them last year, though, and they had a really good bench. So we could beat them this year again, hopefully. We'll see. They get home court advantage this time around. They're up 1-0. We even it up 129 to 105. So we're not done just yet. AD should, AD might have a tough time with Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen down low, but AD hopefully can still dominate. 24-5. I mean, he's still doing good. We're up 3-1 on Cleveland. So far, so good. 29-7, 20-11. Game 4, game 5, or this is game 6, my apologies. But we do beat them in 6 games. Yeah, Dallas and Oklahoma City on the other side, which Oklahoma City has Jeremy Grant, which Portland, do whatever you can to keep Jeremy Grant because he's been an all-star this year for the Portland Trailblazers. He just has, man. He's been an absolute stud. But Philadelphia, Maxey, D'Anthony Melton, Tobias Harris. Oh, they do have James Harden. I was about to say, so no longer have James Harden, but they do. Harden's coming off the bench from Maxey. Don't understand why they don't start together, but whatever. I guess that's, 2K Doc Rivers coaching style for you. Game 1, we're up 1-0. This would be our chance to be back in the finals, and it's looking like it could be 2-0. AD versus Embiid in a series is also very interesting, to be honest with you. 3-1, and we beat them in 6. Let's go. No, game 7. Going to Philadelphia. We choked the game 6, and now we got to go to game 7. I'm going to go with an 8-man rotation. I want to get back to the finals here. So let's play our 8 best players. Although Dedmon is on fire right now, Embiid versus AD is just too close to count here. So can we please win this one and go to the finals? This is our best chance. So if we lose here, I don't know if we ever get a chance again because DeMar DeRozan is just going to only keep getting worse. 122 to 123. It's not looking good. Can we take the lead back? It is okay, it's a 2-point game. A minute 38 left. What could possibly go wrong if your boy jumped in? I say every time that I shouldn't jump in, but we have a lead. You know what? Screw it. Jumping in. And this might be the biggest L I've ever taken. I mean, I suck when I jump in, but I feel like I got to do damage control here. So let's see if I can make something happen. You know what it is when I jump in? I have no confidence. That's what it is. I'm going to be confident and say, I'm about to clamp up this Philadelphia roster. There's nothing they can do to make sure. There's nothing that they can do. They're going to give it to Embiid. I have AD. The defensive player of the year is guarding Embiid right now. That's good defense, but, Embiid. All right. I'll give it to you, Embiid. Let's give it to DeMar DeRozan. And he actually might have a wide open lane. I'm going to take this, and we get a layup. Let's go. 131 to 129. DeMar DeRozan over his defender. Let's keep it up. They have Harden, Melton, and... no, that's Paul Reed. Or is that... Wait, no, that's... Okay, I got to stop being distracted. I was like, I thought that was... Good defense. Good defense. Let's go. We get the rebound. There we go. I had to focus up real quick. Lonzo Ball in transition. Let's make sure we don't get a steal. Oh, I thought I stepped out of bounds for a second. All right, slow down. Slow down the tempo. We're up 2. We need a good basket here. Let me get a screen from DeMar DeRozan. And I have DeMar DeRozan. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him. DeMar DeRozan over Maxey, and he gets it. Let's go. 133 to 129. 26 points on the night for DeMar DeRozan. Got to get back on defense. There we go. For some reason, I thought number 7 was DeAndre Ayton for a second. I don't know why he looked like Ayton for a second, but that's Metu, I think. Joel Embiid mid-range. He's pump faked. Now he's going step back, but we are there. Metu gets the rebound, and he gets it up. All right. Not too bad. Good on them. Let's give it to AD, I guess. Give it to AD. Let's go AD. Uh-oh. I might be able to beat Embiid to the basket. I'm going to beat Embiid to the basket. Let's go. 135 to 131. That is what I'm talking about. 27 seconds left on the clock. Every time I jump in, it goes south, but right now, we are doing our thing. Wait, did we sub out our starters? Or no, who is this? Who am I controlling right now? I have no idea. I might be just... Oh, that's Damian Jones. Why is Damian... Wait, how did that not go to bounds? That was weird. Good defense on Embiid. Let's go. We get the rebound. They're going to foul. Foul. Let's go, baby. Let's go, man. That's all you needed. We needed some confidence out of me. We had no confidence. Okay, I don't think we're in the penalty just yet, so I think we got to inbound it. But, yeah, let's give it to Levine. Let's give it to Levine. Let's be on the safer side. I haven't seen Levine touch the ball yet, so they're going to foul, obviously. But Levine, hopefully I hit some damn free throws. I come out here and always miss some. There we go. Green release. Levine's free throw is beautiful. No wonder why. And, yeah, green release again. Let's go, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Every time I jump into 2K, it is a disaster. But this time, your boy came out here and played great. Metu for 3. He misses it. Going to rebound it again. They're going to play the foul game. Send it to Zuma to the free throw line. That will be your ball game in Game 7 in Philadelphia. Let's see if I can hit these ones, too. Not a bad release. That's green as well. Let's hit this other one, and that should be your ball game. Greenland release again, man. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It's like your boy just learned how to play 2K or something. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so excited, but you guys know. If you've watched the videos, when I jump in, it's a disaster. Nice 3, but you know, it's off, and that's what I'm talking about. 139 to 131 victory. We're headed to the NBA Finals. We have to go play Luka Doncic, obviously. We lost to him last year, so hopefully this year we can actually beat them. So the Mavericks swept the Oklahoma City Thunder, so we obviously come in maybe a little bit tired after a Game 7 victory. We got Oklahoma City losing, which they had Shea, Josh Giddey, and Jeremy Grant, Chet Holmgren. So that's a good Thunder roster. Looking at Dallas right now, they have Luka, Dinwiddie, Tim Hardaway, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jakob Poeltl, Josh Green, David Nwamba, JaVale McGee, and Emmanuel Mudiay. So, I mean, honestly, if you look at this Mavericks roster, I'm not all that impressed. It's just Luka Doncic absolutely dominating. What is he doing in the playoffs right now? I'm actually really curious to see. He's having 37, 10, and 10 on 45% from 3. Luka is an absolute monster in 2K. Let's see if we can beat him, though. Hopefully, we can beat him. Game 1, we're up on a 0. That's a great start. 33 and 6 in form from LaVine. Game 2, they even it up. I'm so nervous, man. 59 and 50. Like, what kind of monster is this, man? Game 3, we got to win. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Okay, we win. 36 and 10 from Luka, but 44 and 8 from LaVine. Game 4, we're up 3-1. Game 5, do we beat them? Let's go, baby. We won a championship with Anthony Davis and the Chicago Bulls. Zach LaVine is your finals MVP. We beat Luka Doncic and the Mavericks. That was a little scary. I'm not going to lie to you. But honestly, boys, not a whole lot here today. I just kind of wanted to do this little rebuild with Anthony Davis on the Bulls. I thought it could be fun. And we won a championship, you know, sooner rather than later. Should the Chicago Bulls make this trade for Anthony Davis? If you're a Bulls fan or just an outside fan, comment down below. What do you think about this? If the trade was on the table where the Lakers were willing to take Kobe White, Patrick Williams, Vucevic, 2 first-round picks, maybe Dalen Terry is in it as well, would you do that for Chicago? Would you do that if you're the Lakers? Let me know down in the comment section below. But for now, this is Crushables. I'll see you guys on Monday. Also, we'll have a YouTube Shorts like always later tonight if you're interested in those. This is Crushables saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.